Hello, dreamers. Perla here, as always. Thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We'd love to have you. So we have Pisces, Aries, CUSP. Um, Rebirth or a new way of seeing things. A new light shining, a new something. There's something that has shifted, something that is allowing you to break free, whether this is a romantic relationship or like a friendship or work related or whatever. There's something that felt like was holding you back because of the way that you were perceiving it or the way that you were speaking about this in regards to your life. um, Needing a reminder this week that you speak things into existence. What it is that you speak out is what you are experiencing. And the thing is that a lot of people are like, well, I try to be so positive and this and this and this and that. And it's like, okay, but if you've been doing it for like 2 seconds, meaning you've only been changing the way that you word things for like the past 2 weeks, understand that everything that you spoke a month ago, 2 months ago, or whatever it is what is playing out. For some people, they're able to see shift. Things change a lot quicker because their body, their nervous system is in alignment with what it is that they're saying. But if you're starting from a mental place or from like a verbal place, like saying certain things, and your body is not agreeing with what it is saying, or your body is not receiving how you are rephrasing something, that's when you tend to see delays when it comes to your manifestations, when it comes to the change. So I feel that the moment that you're able to not just accept that that is what is happening, then you're able to go ahead and make the changes that are needed in order to allow your nervous system to accept the new way of things, the new wording of things, right? So one that is very simple or easy to follow is people are usually like, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, right? So the month comes or whatever comes, and like they are broke. Their body's accepting it, their nervous system is used to being in that space. So then when they start saying, I'm a millionaire, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire, I'm rich, they're like, okay, nothing is changing. I just continue to get into more debt, or I continue to be broke. Well, how is your body reacting when you're saying those words? If when you're saying I'm rich or I'm a millionaire, your body is constricting and it's fighting you on it, nothing is going to change. All is changing is the words, but yourself, your nervous system is not receiving that as a reality. So it is not going to show up, right? So needing to figure out or play around with words, right? Needing to play around with the words that you are using in order to see the changes that you want in your life. So maybe instead of saying I am a millionaire, you can start saying I am shifting or I'm changing my relationship with the energy of money, or my energy, my relationship to the energy of money is getting more grounded. My relationship with money is growing, is expanding, in order to almost use it as an invitation to your nervous system to open up to the shift that is needed when it comes to that, right? So you can do this again with money. You can do this with relationships, with work, or whatever it is, right? um for some of you, maybe approaching this from a place of curiosity, allowing your nervous system to kind of ease into it, is something that is going to, again, allow you to shift something, allow you to change something, instead of trying to force something through like repetitive affirmations or whatever it is. So, again, because that's kind of like what I'm picking up here. Like somebody is ready for a change, somebody is ready for the shift, but is kind of getting frustrated with the fact that the shift or the change hasn't come fast enough. And the moment that that it clicks for you, like your nervous system has to respond and has to be in alignment with what it is you're trying to create in order for it to come into existence. And that doesn't mean that your dream or your vision or whatever is wrong. What needs adjustment here is the wording around whatever it is that you're trying to create, whatever it is that you're trying to bring into existence, right? So it could be like, if you're trying to, if you're trying to buy a house, instead of saying like, oh, I'm always going to be living in an apartment, like, I'm getting into alignment with my home. I'm getting into like, I definitely need to, I'm going to see if I, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna write myself a note to make a video or make a little template or something to help you guys with rewording um, manifestations or affirmations, to kind of like give you guys example on how to do it in different dynamics of your life. Because usually I meditate when I'm doing this one-to-one with clients to see what specifically in alignment with their spirit. But yeah, there is like, once this click for you, excuse me, and once you start making those changes, I think that things start to change in your outer world, and you start to gain this you start to gain this feeling of not necessarily just excitement, but like of finally landing or finally falling into the space of believing and knowing that things are working in your favor. I don't know how to word it because it's like I can feel it, but it feels like excitement. It feels like knowing. It feels like surrendering. It feels like you finally arrived at something, like all put into one. For your closing message, we have bring love into the situation. Now, when we talk about the energy of love, there is this sense of like not coming at yourself from a place of judgment. So not judging the fact that you had these predisposed thought patterns or these ways of thinkings or these perceptions, but instead coming with a little bit more grace towards yourself as you're actively making the changes that are needed to fall into or to walk into this next chapter of your life. I hope that that makes sense because that's the way that it's coming up. And if it doesn't, maybe it's not for you this week. Sending every single one of you love. Strength and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.